All right, guys, I'm here with Hasan D. Piker, just Hasan Piker, Hasan the Hun. He is a host and political commentator on The Young Turks. How's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. We just did a panel where it's all about the audience. You are one of those people that, like, really doesn't give a fuck. You have a base of people who love you a lot, and you really don't give a fuck, what you say. You've become known as Woke Bae, and you use that to your advantage. How do you feel about Woke Bae?
I think it's like it's actually a marketing thing to like whittle down one aspect of a very nuanced person's entire personality, and it's marketable and it's great and like it's cool. It doesn't necessarily represent me as a whole. It's really interesting because like sometimes I'll say things that are off color that people would regard as rude, even from the left's perspective, and then it's always like, oh, so much for Woke Bae. And to them, I always say, well, do you think 98% of my commentary that is shitting on conservatives, do you think they find that to be completely fine? No, that's incredibly problematic for them because it reduces their entire existence into, carefully deconstructed counterpoints. So that show them that they're wrong. I think Woke Bae, good marketing term. Doesn't necessarily represent me nor anyone. Maybe Matt McGorry, actually. Matt McGorry literally is Woke Bae. Like, he deserves it way more than I do. The man lives, breathes, and shits like social progress. I mean, I do too, obviously, but not in the same way that he does. Like, holy crap.
Okay, so Matt McGorry, who else do you look up to?
I think he's like too much, but who else do I look up to?
Who are you watching? Besides Fox News.
The people, I watch a lot of Fox News, Tucker Carlson I watch a lot, Sean Hannity, these are my favorite commentators. I have my friends over at Chapo Trap House. They're great. They're really funny and engaging. It's a podcast, a socialist podcast. I highly recommend it. What else do I watch, though, or who I look up to and who I watch are very different because the people I look up to, unfortunately, don't have freaking shows anymore. And what I mean by that is like Jon Stewart or Dave Chappelle. Those are the people I idolize and look up to. Larry David's pretty good. His latest show his latest season was all right. But those are the people I idolize, and Bernie Sanders. Shows I watch currently, like, that are political in nature, I would only say Chapo. I don't really watch a lot of other like left-leaning political commentary in any other form. I think most of it's garbage.
When it comes to Jon Stewart and The Daily Show, what are your thoughts on the new host, Trevor Noah?
Yeah, it's all right. It's not for me. Like, I was watching yesterday, one of my friends sent me a news piece from Trevor Noah. Do you want me to hold that? I feel like it's like getting hard. Do you want me to? Here.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
If you would, that'd be great.
All right, well,
I'll turn this way.
Here. Yeah.
Boom. Hey. All right, now we're in business.
Okay. So one of my friends sent me like a segment from Trevor Noah Daily Show, right? And he was like, "Yo, it's actually getting funny now. Like, it's not as bad." And then I watched like an extended form version of it, and it was like the amount of time spent on like talking about such a small, insignificant piece of the news that should not even be covered, which is that Donald Trump likes to rip all of these briefings.
I saw that too.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? They don't waste time talking about that. There's plenty of things that are happening in the world right now that you could use your satirical pen to break down in some capacity and to engage and enlighten people on, and you're wasting your time talking about Donald Trump or Stormy Daniels, and also on top of that making like really bottom of the, like, really just, I don't know. I don't really appreciate that the jokes on The Daily Show as much as I used to, but I think political satire, and I grew up with a lot of political satire, it's a very important form of content for me in the form of caricatures. I feel like it's not divisive enough almost.
Do you feel like, personally, I feel like we're living in a world where it is true to life, real political satire. Like,
yeah, what happens when Donald Trump is the president? Like, how do you unpack that? Well, essentially, like when the when comedy's sole purpose is to showcase the fascinating aspects and the truly crazy aspects of like just normal human interactions and like normal things that are happening in society, when that becomes a satirical thing in and of itself and that system is completely broken, how do you make jokes out of it? Well, you assume a very nihilistic position, probably. That would be the first thing I would recommend. And then you stop trying to appeal to everyone and stay true to what you feel is right.
Right on. Were you there? I think it was last week that Bernie Sanders and Sean King were here.
I was not here, no. But it's awesome. Sean's great. Obviously, Bernie's daddy. He's great. I love both of them. They're awesome.
Sean King said something about how, and I look up to him a lot too, about how...
Like, Hasan is the fucking best, dude. Is that what he said?
And I quote.
Yeah, you better have said that, Sean.
He was talking about how he got into journalism as a way to, shed light on crazy shit that's happening. Shed light on people that are getting murdered in the streets and people aren't paying attention. And when he got into that work, he didn't realize that he would call attention to those issues and still no justice would be found. So when it comes to making videos and enlightening people, and as you said inside, sugarcoating some of the medicine that it takes to kind of break apart these really tough issues, are you doing anything else to, in an activist kind of way, or is your number one the entertainment factor of making sure people are aware and enjoy being aware?
I think reaching out to as broad a population as possible with engaging commentary is probably my biggest focus. But then obviously, once people are aware, they need to also know what to do, like how to take action. And a lot of times I will feature a call to action in some respect. But unfortunately, given how difficult it is to bring about any sort of change in our current political system, I do my best in getting people engaged, but it's hard to get. It's super localized for the most part, like community involvement outside of like what I do for my personal community and like the people that I engage with. It's hard to directly specify in the same video to someone living in Kansas and someone living in New York what to do. Right. So for me, it's like I can only do so much in the limited amount of time that I have. So I try to get people aware and tell them like, this is what is right and this is what we should strive towards. Like, here's how you can get there. Like abolishing ICE, for example.
Is Tommy Lauren an evil genius or a pretty girl that's good at memorizing?
I think a bit of both. I feel like in order to be incredibly successful in this day and age, you shouldn't be very intelligent. I'm not saying that Tommy isn't. I think Tommy is very intelligent, but she's smart enough to cater to her audience effectively, is what I'll say. Like kind of in a Jake Paul way. Like I wouldn't say that Jake Paul is knowledgeable or a genius, but I would say that Jake Paul is intelligent enough to know exactly what to do to keep eyeballs on him.
Good, no, that works for me.
Yeah.
To round this out, let's do like a quick lightning round. Favorite type of music?
Rap, mumble rap.
Specifically mumble rap. Favorite artist?
Oh my God, I almost said a terrible name. Favorite artist? Probably Vince Staples, who is not a mumble rapper currently, or Anderson .Paak.
Favorite movie?
Of all time?
Or recent?
Of all time, Elysium.
Have not seen that one.
It's just like really, it's like a future. It's like how our future looks in a libertarian society that we're
not a fan back here.
He's a libertarian, that's why he's not a fan.
Favorite food?
I don't know. I love everything. Manta, probably, which is a Turkish delicacy. It's a Turkish dish. It's like dumplings that you boil, meat dumplings that you boil, and then you serve it with garlic yogurt and fry like a red sauce. I'm not gonna get too far into how you make that.
Do you know what a manapua is?
No.
Okay, so manapua is my favorite food. It's a Hawaiian, also meat dumpling. So like they're just like the Twinkies of other countries.
Yeah.
Favorite local haunt?
Favorite local what?
Favorite like place that you like to go to? Club, favorite restaurant?
I don't know. I never leave my house nowadays, so I
Try not to run into Tommy.
probably no, definitely not that. No, Equinox. I know
It's the brand.
it sounds terrible, but yeah, the only time I leave my house is either go to the studio or go work out. So I'm gonna say Equinox.
That's dedication. All right, Hasan Piker. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.